Who are you and why do you do what you do?
My name is Laura Colamuno, and I'm doing what I do because I'm looking for inner peace.
I'm Constanza Priddle. I'm here with the lovely Laura Colamuno, who's
Nice.
very graciously invited me to interview you, and so we can talk a little bit about you.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. It's really a pleasure to have you around.
Shall we delve straight into it?
Absolutely. You are the expert.
Okay. Well, my first question for you then is, who are you?
At the moment, my name is Laura Colamuno, and I'm a surreal artist.
Yeah.
And I've been working for 10 years now into the unconscious mind. I've been looking through my meditation and through art and crafting how to be a better version of myself. I don't know if this one...
Shall we?
So, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
So your background is within the surreal movement, but you've also got a background in theatre.
Yes, absolutely. I studied. I was a mature student, so and I studied math in Brighton, and I studied set designing and directing for theatre.
Yeah.
So I'm very in love with storytelling, and I'm like. Images and storytelling that they create poetry. This is I'm a very poetic and romantic soul. I don't know. It's a bit fun. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's a bit fun because it's always I don't know. Be romantic is not popular sometimes. When you say to people I'm romantic, everybody thinks that I'm gonna be. It's about love affair, but it's not. Being romantic and being poetic for me, it means looking at the existence with sacred eyes, like being aware that life has something special, and if you can touch with gentleness and kindness, really it's going to bring joy, because this is what we are looking for. My journey began as an artist, began after depression. So I had 2 years of mental health problem and depression. I had several times, it happened, not several times. It's been a journey, I'm not very normal. In fact,
but no one is.
No one is.
Thank you. At the end of the day,
thank you. Absolutely. Thank you to remind me. Sometimes I think I'm the only mad. But okay, so the next question, because otherwise I talk forever. Stop me when I can.
Oh no, absolutely. So okay. What do you think the role of surreal art holds in your life? What has surreal art been able to give to you that you think it could also give to others?
Playfulness. I do. So when I had the depression, my depression it didn't come out of because I am a bit mad, but I was feeding my head into that madness. And it's something I have learned with the time. I didn't know at the time. It's incredible because we take time to understand how things work, and when I was your age, Connie is very young and I'm very old. Absolutely, me too. But so it's kind of when I was your age as well, I was a very troubled teenager, and I was a very rock and roll, and I'm still a troubled teenager. I know I am. But it was. I didn't know. I thought I knew it. I thought I knew it all, and I did a lot of things that they were damaging me more than make me happy. And I thought like, you know, that certain behavior, certain way of thinking would like, I get upset very quickly. So I have a bit of like, this is why I call myself a raging hippies, because I really, as much as I'm welcoming love and peace and love, then I can really like, you know, snap. And now it's not happening anymore. And it's not happening because I've been learning to control who I am. So, because when I had depression, I think the biggest problem for me, it was trying to make the world working in my way or no way.
Sure.
And reality is not like this. Reality is not like this. The reality is like you need to face challenging, you need to face others, you need to face what
the opinions of
the
others
opinions
as well,
of others,
and the reality of other people.
Exactly in that way. And it's just like so I had depression because I couldn't see the good into things. It was a bit herited as a behavior, because my mom has borderline disorders. She has borderline personality. When we were children, she had a problem with depression, anxiety, and I simply learned the same way, until this rage, all these feelings that I wasn't aware, they became my depression. So it's kind of like, you know, I didn't realize that life doesn't behave as I want. I know it's a very, you know, and I need to tune into life to get a smile in my face. So I need to be reasonable. I need to be understanding for real, like the complexity of humanity in myself. So the idea is like, so I had depression. I was absolutely devastated with, because inside I was like, just like, everything is shit, you know, you just build it up, this in your head.
And it can fill in you.
Exactly. And it fills up. And then one day I was making a drawing. I would like to show you this drawing, because it's very, so, remind me, this, sorry. So, and then I made this drawing. So this drawing is my clown. Kind of like I was drawing, and sorry, we can and then I was looking at this clown, and I could see his smile going down, and I was going, and I felt a sense of belonging. That drawing belonged to me somehow. And then in a moment I thought, I can change that drawing. So I created another painting that I gave it to a friend. I'm not gonna for present. When I made not exactly another clown, but with a big smile.
Yeah, absolutely, and that is manifestation in action.
Exactly, manifestation in action. Exactly that. It was exactly like, you know, that desire of finding again that smile in my face. From then I realized that I loved painting. I just loved painting so badly. Like, you know, I didn't do drawing when I was so when I was child, I was doing drawing, I was doing theater, I was doing all this kind of stuff. But I have a brother that is a genius. He's whatever he does in 1 year he became like a master. Like now he's a musician, and he went from zero to jazz in 1 year. It's just like, you know, one of those crazy artists, fantastic OCD. You need to have that. So when I was drawing, when I realized that he was better than me, I just stopped drawing, and I focused, and I wanted to be a manager, because I wanted to be important. When I left Italy to come to the UK, I wanted to be important, and I wanted to work in management, and I did it. I worked in big corporation, and I worked in my salary before I quit my career in corporate. My salary was worth £500 a day.
Right.
But
Yeah.
I wasn't able to do that. For some reason, art called me so badly, I couldn't stop. I can't stop. And the only things that moved me, it was one idea that is all central to all my work. That is, if you want a peaceful world, you need to start within yourself.
Absolutely.
There is no other way.
Completely.
Like, you know, I don't live in heaven because we cannot afford to live in heaven, but I don't want to be hell for anyone.
No.
Absolutely. And that is my desire for me and for all the children of today and tomorrow, that we can see
and
humanity growing up.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I adore that. And so,
you.
and this culmination of, you know, all this thinking and all of this time and all this, you know, I guess, you know, manifestation again is now turning into this surreal art school that you are finding in Brighton.
Yes.
Nice. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. Thank you, Connie, for asking. So the Surreal Art School is an idea where I can share my meditation experience and my artistic inspiration. But if you don't know how to draw and you wanted to learn, you wanted to have a bit of crafty time, you have a question, I'm really, really happy to share with everyone my skills.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna teach surreal art in a sense, because surreal art is something that you learn within yourself. So the idea of my art school is to open space for inspiration. So the meditation is not going to be like you are coming to my class, you do half an hour meditation, guided meditation. No, I have like very simple technique that I use it.
Yeah.
One of the things, because I follow Sadhguru teaching, and again, Sadhguru is my spiritual father, but a daughter doesn't marry the father. For me, this is very important, because I admire his work because he's looking into spirituality with a scientific mindset. And as a scientist, they need to be back up. No, you know, you have a research, and then another group is doing the same research on the same subject to understand if what he's saying is true.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm doing exactly the same thing. Following his teaching, because, you know, to go to touch God, yeah, we need to be really respectful, because, you know, I don't want to take that place. But I wanted to live a peaceful world, and so I've been working to understand if meditation plus art can be adapted to Western culture. So the idea is kind of like we get inspired from the East, we get inspired from, I love Zen art. Art, for me, the Zen practice is probably the best, because it's very different technique compared to the Indian, where you have like, you know, more complex technique, you know, like physical stuff that you have to do. In the Zen approach, you are sitting there and breathe, and then whatever it comes to you is gonna come. And that is
and everyone can do that.
And
anyone who is anyone can do
exactly.
Can do that. And so, I want, you know, it's a practice for everybody.
Exactly. Sadhguru now created this fantastic app that is called the Miracle of Mind, that I really, really suggest. It helped me so much with finding more balance between my imagination and reality, because this is the thing, Connie, we all live between imagination and reality. Artists are a bit less scared to explore it. I think this is kind of like, you know, see, you know what I mean? Something like, you know, as an artist, you're just doing, you don't really know why. You just move around. Okay, I make this song, why? I don't know, just enjoy. I make this paint. The painting, especially with painters, is a lot of like, you know, splashing crazy. And it's not something I can explain to you in a logical way. In this way is meditation. Meditation is a creative process, and it's exactly like singing a song. It's exactly in the same way. What it does, it tunes you in with the organic intelligence, because we do have an organic intelligence. It's the intuition the Mother Nature gives to us. This is really, really important because
Absolutely.
we need to continue feed that intuition that comes from your hands,
Yeah. Yeah.
that comes from your body. That as much as I understand, artificial intelligence is the new tool, is what
We're losing that contact with the
with
physicality.
the reality of who we are. The scary part for all of us, that a lot of people that they're gonna think they are artists, in reality they're gonna be just programmer, how do you say? They're gonna just be sitting on their computer, and there is nothing wrong with technology. Like I would lie to you if I say no technology. I use it all the time.
But it's a tool, and I think things that are innate to human beings, you can't replicate
Exactly.
in the same way.
Exactly.
The process of making art through technology is very different to the human experience of making art.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We all know. We all are aware. Now, knowing by self doesn't take us much, no? Something like, okay, I can know. But knowing with action, it can make a big difference. So, I do believe that we are living in a very delicate moment. We see that it's a delicate moment for all of us, and I don't want to have war anymore. He
agrees.
He agrees. So I'm creating this the Surreal Art School. No, we're gonna wait for this.
Yeah.
I want to open the Surreal Art School because I wanted to stop this culture of blaming and taking responsibility. I think this is what I wanted most. It's kind of like, I always dreamed since I went to child to make a revolution, but I'm very worried that the revolution is going to be another lie for our society. And I don't think with the climate change being where it is, with the situation how it is, lying to ourselves is going to be another solution. So I created this re-evolution in the idea that, okay,
I'd love you to explain what you mean by re-evolution.
Yeah,
as well. I think it's a great term, and it turns up all over.
It's
very
because
fundamental.
thank you. It's very I don't know. These words they come to me. I don't do much to, but it's just like we have evolution. So the idea is kind of like we were monkeys, and somehow we end up to be who we are. Now we are at the peak of our environment. It's something like but. Being there and say I'm the big boss, it didn't make us less monkeys. More about sometimes you see version of big gorillas, and it's not working anymore for any of us. It's kind of like there is a war between poor and rich, but I don't think rich people are very happy about who they are, to be honest. And you can see from their face, because if you are rich in your heart, if you are rich in your you have a big smile, and they don't seem smiling much. They seem very tense and very nervous, and I feel sorry for them. I really feel sorry, because it's just a misunderstanding of what the existence is about, and it's just very painful to see the life is wasted in this way. And for me it's kind of like I'm nobody, just like I don't have money. I live in an honest way. I go to work now. I'm doing cleaning. I'm a lovely cleaning lady. It's my new project. I'm working and I'm young. That is my community. Is my kickboxing community. I say hello. I love them so much. I always wear the jumper. I washed them this time. But I don't know, it's just like my dream is just to see that finally we can stop this shit. There is no need of this. There is really no need. If we think properly, each of us can give up something to be different. I would love that this Christmas, instead of buying gift, we're gonna send a gift to people who need to who need to restore peace in their life. Because I think this is like a moment for us to educate about peace.
Yeah.
One of the things about the Surreal Art School is the fact that we have an educational system in every part of the planet. I'm not talking about the UK, I'm not talking about Italy. It's a bit of mentality, it's a bit of a culture where we are educating children for the industry.
But we're living in an outdated academic system that was built for a very different purpose to the purpose.
It's not too much about it. The thing is kind of like there is an idea that is very difficult to get rid of. That is the rat race, is what Bob Marley used to say. It's kind of until one man believed to dominate the other man, we're not going to go anywhere. And again, I don't believe in blaming. Like, I had enough. Was like, I'm an immigrant. I've been blamed for everything. Like, I steal your job. I wish to steal your job. They don't give it to me. I'm not British enough. But
and that is the experience of so many other international artists living in the UK right now.
Yeah,
there's a demonization all around. That's not fertile soil.
To be honest with you, it's incredible because if you really talk to people, you realize that people like you, now me and you, we just met. There are more people they're not so keen on demonization. Like, the problem, we know what it is. The problem is kind of like that there is a narrative that doesn't want to be quiet. And the narrative is all built on this idea of domination. But if you are a martial artist and you know that the biggest beast to dominate, it lives inside of you. Yeah. And it's not, I say, I scratch my head. I had hunger management problem, like, and not because I was going around punching people, but the hunger that I was feeling, it was coming back to me under depression. Yeah. So I was basically feeding myself into a negative narrative all the time. Now, I don't believe in positive thinking forever because it's not healthy as well. Because otherwise you live an illusion. Like when something is shit, you need to say shit. Like you can't. And shit is good. Shit is good because with shit you grow crops. With shit you grow flower, you feed the soil, and that is important. These are metaphors, and not just metaphor, they are life itself.
Yes, I like that, and I like that a lot.
It's just like this idea that we need, I do believe it. I wanted my Surreal Art School to be a point for a cultural change, a cultural shift that is needed to integrate poetry into our life. You look, artists are very responsible of how things going around. We all know that. And it's important that every artist sit. You come to my classes, you're going to sit for 10 minutes, short meditation, and then we're going to have fun. I'm not going to take anyone to meditate for 9 days. If you can, please tell me how you do it. I can do long time, but 9 days, no yet. But again, we don't have to be all enlightened, but a bit more wisdom, a bit more. And there is this wisdom. It's not something I give it to you. Like, I'm not coming here, Connie, you're a very wise woman, so I can't really give it to you, my wisdom. You search your own wisdom. Then, if it's good, we're going to both smile. We know, because this is the teaching of the Buddha Dharma. Like, the Buddha, one day when the Zen was born, the Buddha was doing his speech, and he took a flower and he showed to the crowd. Nobody understood. Just one man, I don't remember the name, sorry, I'm a bit ignorant, I'm a bit idiot. And this man understood and he smiled, and it was the beginning of the Zen practice. We don't have to do things always complex, and As a surreal artist, I tell you, like, it's complicated because I'm complex and a lot of drawing, a lot of things. You know, we say, like, how do you say HD?
ADHD.
ADHD, Madonna, you need to learn. I'm one of you guys, and I don't know how to say.
ADHD again, yeah.
I'm one of you.
It's all about the process. The products. The products is just, it's there.
Yeah.
The process, you know, it's about having fun. It's about
exactly.
the self-exploration.
I don't want to
senses.
sell anymore. Like, I'm not interested to. I would like you to join me because I like to have friends. I like to have friends, and I like to exchange with people. And I think creativity it's very important when it happens with other people. As much as computers are amazing, like they let us to communicate, otherwise I wouldn't be here. Like, you know, like an idiot talking every day to a screen.
And you mean all the people?
I know, but you're not here, guys. I feel alone here. So it's I think
all the people who live in your computer.
I see. I always say there are the imaginary people in my head. So we all have them. We all have the imaginary people in our head. And I think with my spiritual practice now, it's been like, you know, I start with 5 minutes meditation every single day, and I can really reach like a day maybe meditating, like, you know, where most of my days are sitting in silence and thinking and doing art and doing my stuff. And I remember, like, there were moments where, oh, poor me, I'm alone. And then suddenly, through this the Sadhguru meditation, through kickboxing, through hypnotherapy, so I've been working within myself, and it just, like, I realized that I became friends to myself. I don't know how, just like, you know, I had to go to search within my demons to look, you know, what does it mean jealousy for me? What does it mean fear for me? Why I'm scared of this? Why I'm not scared for that?
Yeah.
Then I assign my own meaning, because this is what you do when you do surreal art. You know, you just talk basically with your body. Your body is full of information.
Yeah.
And images, dreams, are the way that your body has to communicate with you about what has to be digested. Like, you know, your brain, your head, feed itself. But in the metaphorical way of hypnotherapy, the brain is a garden. Okay? The brain is a garden, and the garden has to be kept tight.
Yeah.
And it's a difficult thing if you don't pay attention. So what I learned when I became an artist is to pay attention to my thought. Now, sitting in meditation is not for hours. It's a challenging practice. You know, sometimes it's difficult for people to sit 5 minutes. You know, imagine when. And in the beginning, it was very difficult because it was like 5 minutes with my anxiety. Because I'm always like that.
Yeah, immersed too much in the subconscious, and it becomes overwhelming.
Exactly. And then I realized that every time I was thinking something that was negative, part of my body was tensing. Like, and then I feel like, okay, I'm taking this to another level. So every time I do a drawing, it's like the Zen cone. A drawing is not about making something beautiful outside, but it's about making something beautiful inside. It means that when you finish that drawing, it's gonna give you a bit of a giggle. Just like, like a bit of like, so what do you say when you solleticare? How do you say? Tickle. Sorry, my
there we are.
And it's exactly like this. Like, you know, you make this drawing, then you feel like a tickle. Like, you know, usually it's on the spine because the Kundalini lives there and it comes up in a sense. And it's not magic. It's life. A simple life like this. It's just like these are new tools. These are they are not new tools because yoga knows this since centuries. But this teaching, when we think about yoga, we think like, you know, we're gonna be in underpants and doing very stretchy things, and it is also that. Absolutely. But the reality about yoga is about inclusion. Inclusion. So you are aware of your body, of your mind, and your space. the space that you hold around you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that made
Thank you
lots
so
of
much.
sense. Great. Well, okay. Well, what I'm thinking now is for all the friends who live in your laptop.
Thank you.
What is the best way that these friends can reach out? How can we start building this community
Absolutely.
in Brighton? And I would also like to know, for the Surreal Art School in Brighton, when is that? Is that something that's a work in progress? Does it have a date?
Okay, the surreal world. Okay, at the moment, because I'm not using. I'm using artificial intelligence to fix my grammar, and I found very difficult to create images, video. I really don't want to go in the direction. People are absolutely free, but I have fun of creating these videos. Every time I post something, I have to be honest, I have 3 days of anxiety all over because I spend too much time in the computer and it's not very good for my mental health. But I'm still doing because I do believe this message. I want this message to come out somehow. So the Surreal Art School is a work in progress. It's still something I'm building up. At the moment, I have children class. Very important, the children class is not about making children to meditate, but it's about for me to share my artistic skills and help them to be prepared for the teenager time, like when they're gonna grow up and they're gonna start the hormones troubles. So and to help them to find a way to use art for themselves. So it's not really like I'm not taking children to sit down and meditate because it's gonna be very stupid. They are very open to life. So it's more for me to learn, to be honest, how they do. It's incredible to work with children. It's just fantastic. They bring so much joy. They are so much out of the constructive things, and it's nice. Like we do some drawing together, we do some playing some music, we talk about artists, art history, and how these artists create, I love Magritte, is one of my favorite artists, and how these artists were painting with an intention and to try to discover a bit more. But I promise, because a lot of parents, they told me, oh, it sounds very complicated. It's not. I am complicated, but I promise with children it's another story. Because the work you do with children, you cannot work in the same way with everyone. Like I'm an artist, I like to do the art class. And then with adults, it's more about the meditation, but with adults I'm preparing basically for the space, because I'm searching for spaces right now. I'm creating the online platform, and I'm gonna be soon around the community to talk to people and understand what is surrealism in their point of view.
Absolutely.
And so if you want more information, is thefunsideofthemoon.co.uk. Please feel free to get in touch, and sorry if I'm not super professional, but I had enough. I really, this is something, I know a lot of I'm not very good in advertisement because I like to talk to with my heart as well. With my heart, I like to talk with my heart. I'm doing a campaign that is inclusive advertising. Absolutely. And I'm not using any magic tricks. I'm just putting my poetry out there to let people understand how I'm thinking, and if they want to join, everyone is welcome.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you, Connie.
I think that's everything that I wanted to cover.
Let's have another.
Yeah, go on.
Thank you so much.
That was absolutely beautiful. Okay.
More information available on the website thefunsideofthemoon.co.uk. Thank you for listening. Stay tuned.